But a mother having to hand over her toddler
Mm.
into a truck that was leaving to rescue people. And you know how usually those trucks, they have limited room. So not everyone can get on. That image stayed with me. Like a toddler who doesn't even know you yet.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? And you're handing them over because that is the only way you believe they're going to survive.
Yeah.
That sacrifice. And you stay behind and you don't know where they're going.
And this new generation, I feel like, is mostly lost because maybe our parents, or with the parents of the parents before us, they were very
Gen
lackluster
X.
as well.
They're Gen X. They're
Yes.
the children of the Gen Xers.
Yes. Like
Yes.
I was watching that Kampala Cream
Mm.
when the mom, Prima, was telling the geosteady, why aren't my kids praying when they're at your home? They want to be at your home because you don't make them pray. They favor you because of that.
Oh, wow. That was an interesting
Then he's like,
discussion.
let them see both when they grow up. They can choose. She was like, no, I want them to read the Bible. But that's where it stopped. Hey guys, welcome to Calmly Aligned. My name is Amanda.
Priscilla.
And today we'll be talking about what in this world would you stand for? We're in June, and this is the month with the public holidays, Martyrs Day, Heroes Day, and these are holidays that signify conviction and sacrifice and determination. So we are asking, what would you stand for today? Today we're a sister shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just know the midlife raise. What do you call it?
Midlife squeeze.
Yeah,
is
the midlife squeeze is real.
squeezing. It is squeezing.
Yeah. So how are you, Priscilla?
I'm okay. Honestly, I could find things to complain about.
Yeah.
But then again, I want to teach myself to live in gratitude.
Yeah.
And to also look and focus on the things that are good.
You're right. There's always something to complain about, but life is good. We take it as it comes
And count our blessings.
Yeah. And we
keep it
believe for the
moving.
best.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yes, for our viewers that don't know, Martyrs Day is the day we celebrate commemorating the martyrs that died. I know when you describe something with the word. They commemorate the young men that were executed for their faith.
Mm.
That's the popular take. And it's a day that's respected. This year, I think they postponed it.
Yes, because of the threat of a lot of people gathering in one place.
Yeah.
We have pilgrims that come from all over East Africa and even beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On foot.
So safety first on foot.
Yes. And Heroes Day, what's Heroes Day?
Heroes Day is a national holiday, Uganda national holiday celebrating the heroes from the 1986, is it 1986? 1985?
Yes.
1986
Liberation
liberation
Yeah.
from what? What were they liberating us from? It was liberation. It was from Museveni coming into power, right?
What is the NRM Day now in Jan, 26th Jan?
We're confusing them because I think NRM Day
Is 26th Jan. That's when they took over.
That's when they took over. So
Yeah.
now Heroes is
So
celebrating the
maybe
people who
Heroes is
fought,
Yeah, Heroes, yeah. I
who
think
fought
so.
for that to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's when it began. I don't know. How long were they in the bush?
Yo,
None of our business.
it is our business. It is our business. But we learned that history in school. We used to be
been
able
a
to
long
sing
time.
these things off our fingertips, but it's been a while.
Yeah. So anyway, you can see both holidays, they involved a lot of sacrifice.
And standing up for what you believe
Yes,
in.
people believing in something so much that they are willing to die
for it. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. So I feel like I wonder today, is that viable? Do we still have that passion? Is there anything we're passionate about like that?
I want to imagine that the answer to that is yes.
Yeah.
You know, for those times, it was very much a threat of your life is on the line.
Yeah.
I think these days what we are dealing with is more like pressure from society.
Yeah.
Um, there's also this thing called canceling, where people, for saying just the wrong thing, you can easily get cancelled from social media. And I guess it leaks into other parts of your life. These days, there's even what? Pressure from what? What's the pressure that we feel these days that will not be your life threatened, but you feel like in a way it's a sacrifice.
I feel like when you think of today, I actually remember I watched an episode of, I think, a meme of Andrew Tate, who was talking about how women keep, there's that mantra, people, they don't need men. Like, they can live without men. They're independent women. And he was like, people are saying that now because we're in a soft world. We don't have physical threats coming at us.
Yes.
And we can't sustain ourselves, really. I don't think we have that many things we would die for. Like, I am a Christian, okay. Is anyone going to?
Who's going to come and challenge that
Yeah.
to the point of your life,
Yeah, the
losing
most
your
you can
life?
do is tune me out and leave me speak.
The most, yeah, I will throw you out of your church for something, or your community or your home, for example.
Yeah.
Your parents feel like maybe that's not the church, because these days there are so many different churches that broke off
Yeah.
and smaller churches were formed. So maybe you're looking at what? Becoming a pariah amongst your people because
Yeah.
maybe you've moved to a different church, but your life is not threatened.
But
It's
also,
the social, cultural,
yeah.
emotional aspect
But also
that is
imagine that is
threatened.
a privilege most of us enjoy. Because I'd
Absolutely.
imagine, because I've heard of Christians being executed in like China.
Really? In this day and age?
Yeah.
What?
There are people, and even in Eritrea, I had pastors when they were testifying when Ben Hinn came to Uganda at Kayanja's conference. Yeah, the Eritreans were like, when we leave, we don't have passports in Eritrea. They kill pastors in Eritrea, and Eritrea is a
What?
Christian country. I'd imagine Orthodox is
Orthodox.
Christianity, right?
Yeah, it's, yeah.
But they pursue the pastors and they imprison them and they torture them.
Wow.
So I guess for us where we stand, we're
Where we are.
privileged. Yeah. I haven't seen, like, I can't imagine. I even wonder, sometimes I would wonder, like, mothers that let their sons go off to war, join the army. Sometimes I thank the Lord that I'm like, if I'll get married older. I'm hoping my husband will be too old and exempt.
But even
Because that
then,
is,
it wasn't about, you said mothers letting it. They were not letting. It was
mm,
a lot of those people who made a choice. Some were forced and some made a choice.
yeah.
And for someone who has made a choice, remember that conviction of, I feel like I need to fight for my country. There's no way you're going to start to change their mind.
I heard some of them were like is it in the States? They were talking about how there was an age group. You had to sign up, you had to do something
Yes.
during the war.
Yes.
So I think it depends on the intensity
When you
of the
watch,
war.
when I watch like documentaries or movies, it's very much, I think, the time of the Vietnam War where people were
Yeah. They had
like
to sign
a
up.
particular age you had to. I think these days it's a lot more. There are a lot of benefits
Yeah.
also.
Also, I think we have so much to lose. Like
You
people
think
don't
people
want.
then didn't have anything to lose?
No, I think back, like when you look at the development we have now,
Mm,
instability would people would lose a lot more.
my dear
Like
people,
the buildings, the roads, there's a lot more to lose right now. People,
I
that's why
hear
you
you.
find like political opponents. I doubt anyone is going to go to the bush. First of all, there are no bushes.
They are there.
Hardly.
We still have Bialo with a lot of bush. Just that what I feel about
Like to train
Ugandans,
and like
what I
arms.
feel about Ugandans, that thing that maybe what you're trying to say is people have worked so hard to get where they are that people are like, look, no one is trying to go back to square one,
Yeah.
you know, fighting for this thing, which is a good thing, but also I believe it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking to my uncles. My cousin organized, and she organized a call for them, a meeting for them to tell us about the experience during of course, the war. How most of them were in the army, but about because it was right after the commemoration, the Rwandan genocide, the one they always hold in Kwibuka.
Kwibuka.
Yeah, so after Kwibuka. So they were explaining that the reason they had to leave the comfort, first of all, for them, they were never comfortable. They said they were always looked at as, is it intruders or foreigners?
By whom?
By the surroundings. Because remember, they're already from Rwanda. They had moved for safety to Uganda. So they didn't. They were not
So they
like
didn't quite belong
home. They
anywhere.
didn't belong. So they were. My uncle said they used to talk about them, the people that came following lines, because apparently they came following electric poles coming. So they were not at home. And now to make it worse, when the Obote government came, and it forced them out of their homes into camps. They had others. Many of them dropped out of school. Others had to, of course, they had to abandon their property, those that had accumulated some. Their cows died.
Oh, that's so
Really,
sad.
there was no comfort.
So you come from a situation where you lose everything and you come to look for safety and you still end up in the same situation.
Not same,
Because they
but
lost
not
homes.
comfortable. No, there and they were dying. They were losing lives. Here, they are just not comfortable. It's like how you visit. You cannot be comfortable. So yeah, so now for them, when fighting was, it was a way of survival. They were not doing it for passion or like a choice. They had no choice. They had to survive. So they were passionate about it. They were passionate about the cause. They had to liberate their people. So that's how they ended up joining the war. And when I think now, I don't think many of us have that bigger.
When you think, when you think for yourself alone now,
Yeah.
what is the one thing that if it was threatened to be taken away from you, you'd be willing to lose your life?
Nothing at all.
Off the top of your head.
I'm even, that those what are they called? Analogies they give you. Like if your mom was on a boat and there's a baby on a boat, who would you choose?
If your siblings were being taken,
Yeah, those are the things. But honestly, because I think pressure also adds to it. Because there's no pressure now, I can't tell you. I'll be lying. I'll tell you the politically correct answer of I would die for my siblings.
of course.
But I
But
won't
when it
lie.
comes down to the actual thing,
Yeah, because I've seen siblings that refuse to give their siblings like an organ, like a kidney. When
all
push
those, oh
comes
my
to
God, those
to shove.
heartbreaking things that you see on the news, and it's one of the reasons why news is so hard for me to watch. I once watched a clip of a mother. I'm trying to remember where this was. I think Afghanistan. I'm not sure. Let me not. But a mother having to hand over her toddler into a truck that was leaving to rescue people. And you know how usually those trucks, they have limited room. So not everyone can get on. That image stayed with me. Like a toddler who doesn't even know you yet.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? And you're handing them over because that is the only way you believe they're going to survive.
Yeah.
That sacrifice. And you stay behind and you don't know where they're going. They haven't gone with anyone that they know. It's just life. At that point, it's life or death. They stay, they die. They go, they live. And you're like, that clip gave me sleepless nights.
But you slept up eventually because you're not there. But
Of
imagine the
course.
mom in that scenario.
But I still think about it. I'm
Yeah.
like, did
No,
she
it
ever
is
find her
sad.
child?
It is sad. Others, like you see those Palestine wars, you see those videos. They are heartbreaking. But
Extremely.
what can we do? We usually just keep scrolling.
Yeah.
We feel sad, we are touched, and we scroll. It's so sad,
It's
but
so sad and
it's
it feels
true.
so wrong, but it's the truth.
And I always see people, so I used to wonder when people because I had DJ Khalid is from Palestine. People would like he posts a happy video and someone says, "Free
The
Palestine."
minute they do
Why are you
that,
not doing Palestine?
how come you're not doing more? How
Yeah.
aren't you fighting
And
for your
sometimes I'm like,
people?
maybe. I'm like, what is going through his head, for instance? Maybe he's
First and
detached.
foremost, not even that. Maybe he's helping in some way and he
Yeah.
doesn't have to come and announce it for you to feel
Yeah.
like now he can't live his life. He has to
Yeah.
be sad every day because his country. I mean, some things are really just, it's crazy.
Yeah.
We are so quick to point fingers and to put someone down or make them feel bad over something like that
And we
without
don't know how we
really
would be in
thinking
that
about
scenario.
how you would be
Yeah.
yourself. So it's annoying. Those things, I would see those comments and people's things, and I just roll my eyes.
I know.
Be like, keep quiet.
I know. It's such a shame. Like I saw the Kenyans, I was proud of them. When the whole country, I saw celebrities, the podcasters, everyone
Coming together.
coming together. You know, some of us, even my sister, was trying to
Wait, trying
was trying to join the fight. She's a lawyer. She was
to.
trying to join the fight. We were like, Madam, those are not your. Can you go back home?
Have several seats. Like, please sit down and keep quiet.
That is not your fight.
Sit-
What do you mean?
Sit down in your corner and be quiet.
But you know, because sometimes when you're in those scenarios, there's that energy you get when it's like in like group.
Like being touched, and you're like,
Not
okay, what
touched.
can I do? I can
Like
do
group,
something.
you know, when you're in
Group
a
mentality.
No, yeah, like when there's something happening.
Of hard mentality, actually.
No, not hard.
It is, because if everyone is doing that, if everyone is walking that direction.
No, like there's a fire that catches you, like excitement to join that. Like, have you ever seen strikes?
Yes.
Like you see that strike, you might even be minding your business, but someone
You're trying to tell me someone will be on the roadside selling their chapati and be like, chintu chino.
they'll go there at least to find out what's happening, and then they'll be also excited and they also join if it's affecting people. That's how
Our
strikes start, I feel
Ugandans.
like.
Our Ugandans. I feel like if people who are in strikes are passionate, those ones,
Yeah.
Abalala, they will look and be like, Bakolachi. Hey, then they'll watch. And then after that, go back to their muda and keep minding their business. But I know what you mean. I know how something can light a fire within you.
Yeah.
For you to feel like, even me, I can do something.
And it's not always passion. Sometimes it's just in the moment.
You think
when
so?
you're deep in, you'll be like,
When your
how
life is
did I
at
end
risk,
up
you
here?
don't know if you're going to be
Now, of
hit
course,
with
if
a
you're
gun.
like I told you, survival is like our parents. That is necessary because you need, like, where you are is worse than where you're good than the promise
There's
of
no
the
way.
future
There's
you're
no
going.
way out but through.
Yeah,
So you have to.
that's
Yeah.
it. Actually, there's no way out but through. So
I'm
yeah,
trying to think, like, what is the one I think for me, when it comes to my children there.
and you know, I think maybe it is. Sometimes I wonder, maybe it's a mentality we millennials have. We are
Because we
people
haven't
that
seen.
not seen, but we're also very obedient. We have been raised to be obedient because you see that this younger
Oh,
generation,
millennials, absolutely.
yeah, this younger generation, as much as sometimes they are fired up about the wrong things, there is fire there. They stand, they take their stand.
That's true. Millennials, we are more.
If it doesn't directly affect
but
us,
then you're like, what have they said? Okay, it's okay.
yeah, like because for you, like I see the opposition sometimes, and I honestly I can see their plight. It makes sense. But I'm like, how do we add to this? I think even when we're coming up with Calmly Aligned, I think that was the whole vision of it. I know sometimes it looks like we're just there to be calm, but initially it was we wanted to take
a stand without
shouting, without it being too obvious in your
because
face.
there's a lot of shouting in the world.
Yeah. So we it's a platform for us to share our stance on different matters or give assistance. We hope in the future, if we can, to help and give assistance or push
One of the
an
things I can
agenda.
say that I struggle with a lot with us millennials is we are very good at breaking down things to even understand what needs to be done,
Mhm.
especially in terms of what? I think everything. We are very good at coming together to talk and organize and strategize. I feel like beyond that,
Like enforcing.
yeah,
Mm.
I feel like with enforcing, it's I don't know. I don't know I can't say that. It's not fair to say we don't enforce, because some people really do. But the majority of us are happy to just survive,
Yeah.
because just put your head down and work and survive.
Yeah. But also this generation generally, we are very, is it lackluster? What's the word? Lukewarm.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
make it look
very about everything. Even like Christians, I see us, we are Christian when it's convenient.
yes,
You don't want to do the work.
yes.
You don't want to you don't want to be the
So
face.
we are not a stand up. We're not a sacrifice everything. We're not a burn it all down to get it done type
No.
of.
We want convenience. Anything that takes us out of our comfort zone, we are.
So are we struggling? Are we struggling? Our parents who are also who had seen hard times, and when they found peace, they really want the peace to prevail.
Yeah.
So we are struggling that, and then this other side where we also want to make a difference.
Yeah.
I watched something interesting where someone was saying, naye kakati mutugamba tetulina mirimu tunoonye emirimu naye kati emirimu tuginoonyezeewo abali mu mirimu tebagivaamu bagiremeddemu kati ffe mwagala tugende twenyigewa. And it's very much described, I think.
Yeah. We complain a lot, but we don't move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, you understand because now you also want the peace. You understand because our parents have told us what those times were like. We don't want to go
Some
back
of
there.
us were even there.
Yes. So we don't want to go back there because now we've seen what this other side offers. But then also we are not comfortable.
And this new generation, I feel like, is mostly lost because maybe our parents, or are we the parents or the parents before us, they were very
Gen
lackluster
X.
as well.
They're Gen X. They're the children of the Gen Xers.
Yes. Like
Yes.
I was watching that Kampala Cream when the mom Prima was telling the geostudy, why aren't my kids praying when they're at your home? They want to be at your home because you don't make them pray. They favor you because of that.
Oh wow, that was an interesting
Then he's
discussion.
like, let them see both when they grow up. They can choose. She was like, no, I want them to read the Bible. But that's where it stopped because she was trying to keep the peace.
At the end of the day, a grandparent is a grandparent.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, she stated what she stated, but you can't exactly remove them out of the life of a grandparent.
Not grandparent,
but you
father.
can't enforce.
It's the father. It's the father that's like
the father of her children.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't talk enough about, for example, marrying from a different generation. I mean, we talk about it in terms of a much, much older guy and a very young girl, and it's usually scandal. But they don't talk about the silent everyday struggles for the couples that it's not a ridiculous age gap, like you said. Now, like for this particular couple, I don't watch Kampala Cream, so I don't know. But I can imagine for something like that, where one person is chill and you feel like you're the parent who's constantly enforcing, so you're like the bad guy, and this other person gets to be the good. It's so infuriating.
So you were saying what I would stand for. What I've tried to stand for this time is I'm Christian. I am Christian. So even when I'm dating, I used to joke about it and be like, if someone says, hi, my name is Muhammad, I'll be like, bye. Because I don't have it in me because I am Christian because I believe Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. So I don't know how I'm going to pray for my children, yet I'm allowing them not to align with the light. So how will I sleep then? Because in my house, like Joshua said, in me and my household, we shall serve the Lord.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have a household where one is trying to be a Buddhist, one is trying to discover gems. Actually, I watched, there's this influencer. She's a rich girl. Anyway.
Ugandan, non-Ugandan, I don't know.
I think she's Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Married to
I
an
don't know that
American.
one.
She's big now. She had a crazy wedding. But yes, the husband was posting, and he said, when there's turbulence, my wife believes in all religions, and she had like a crucifix on top of a Bible, and she was holding rocks and stones and
gem and what are they called? Gemstones.
yes.
No, I'm trying to remember the name for them.
Yeah, because she's praying for
Christos.
survival.
Christos.
She's in Christos. I'm like, what? In my head, I'm like, what is that?
Pick a lane and stay
Yeah.
with it.
And I feel like that's what most of us are. We're very, very
That means then that
in
we
the
are
middle.
searching. I don't know. Then I want to imagine that we are searching. We are trying to be able to experiment, to go with what we understand, and that idea that you have to understand everything immediately before you follow it, rather than committing to learn and
I don't
stay
think
in
we're
that
searching.
lane. I think
Because
we are
when someone is
searching.
comfortable with their kid just being there, you should at least take initiative to put the kid in school to learn so that they choose. You can't just leave it to chance. That's what searching. Because you
What
see
do
that
those
the
people
reason
who are
why
really laid back believe in? For I'm trying to imagine now like a parent who is
you've had being spiritual.
bohemian.
You've had everyone is being spiritual. I think that's what that girl was with the crystals and the Bible and the that is perhaps
And believing that
spirituality.
all of it is under one thing.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of us are searching, but also a lot of us are trying to survive. And then a lot of us are also
Are
lost.
comfortable.
And a lot of us just want comfort and
Yeah.
convenience. I think actually a lot of us are locked on comfort and
Yeah.
convenience.
That is it. Because when you look at those countries that are tough about their beliefs, we all admire. You see, they wanted to cancel the World Cup. Was it the World Cup that was in
I
Qatar?
can't lie to you, I don't know.
The World Cup where you Africans showed up in plenty. Yeah, the last World Cup was in Qatar. And they wanted to cancel it because of Qatar's rights and
So
stance on anti-gay rights. But it happened. They stood their ground and
and
life
it went
continued.
down.
And people played. They're like, respect people in their country and do what you came to do and move on. I feel like we need to get to a point where we know what we want and we stand for what we want. And we're not easily shaken.
Is standing for comfort conviction. Because
Standing for comfort is lazy. There's no conviction.
there are people out there who the things that, for example, people who want to fight for the minority.
Yeah.
And these days the minority is falling under the category of LGBTQ. So there are people who are telling you they are willing to die for that.
Yeah. Those are the ones I told you. Most people are willing to fight, but not for the right things. That's why I'm saying the Gen Z, they fight for.
Someone is going to come and ask you, what made you decide that that wasn't the right thing?
Like I said, I'm Christian.
What is your
So
criteria? This is the right fit for me. We are very
no,
much.
I'm going based on popular opinion. Like
Yeah.
based on popular of African tradition. That is the popular opinion.
Yes.
Young children are
No,
lost.
I know what you mean. I know what you're basing on.
Yes. The
Yeah.
young generation is lost. They fight for things, and I love that for them, that they are willing to fight for what they believe in. But because they have not had guidance.
I pray that as they go through these different fights in figuring out what they want to stand for, that the fight will remain.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us, that fight has been knocked out of us. We're just trying to survive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can respect someone whose fight remains, and over years they discover, you know what, I actually at one point stood for this, but I got to understand that no.
Yeah.
From experience or from exposure, I got to see that that's not where I want to be. I want to go here. So how are we feeling about this?
So
Conviction versus convenience. And there are people who will stand on that hill and tell you, oh my God, I cannot imagine. It would be social suicide for me to say something inappropriate in the media and get cancelled.
Yeah.
So, wow.
The cancel culture is real, yeah. I see. We talked about in judgment, where we say some people just go with the flow.
Yes, because it's
easier,
less rough. Yeah, less disturbance, less
the road of least resistance.
Exactly. Very well said.
Yeah. So we can only hope.
So for our audience, what are we leaving them with? That you find something that you're willing
to stand for. Because if you someone that stands for nothing can fall for
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is not a good. That's not a good. Is it you? What is that, generation, or that's what's the word?
It's just not a very smart way to live.
Yeah, that's not a good society to
exist in.
To exist in, yeah. Anyway, guys, those were our thoughts
We would love to hear yours.
Yes, I know we drifted a little bit, but you guys let us know, what would you stand for today? Like, subscribe, comment. Support our channel, please.